All right, everyone, this is organized mess here is what I use when I go to teach Pysanky. So this container here has what I use for the place settings. I have dies, I have more dies. I have I like to use these plastic containers because they're just easy to keep stuff in them. This one has a bunch of pencils and other stuff that we need. I have more dies, I have electrical cords. I have a whole box of plastic tablecloths, both round and rectangle, and then I have more stuff. I have this little bucket of stuff that I take. Anyway, this is what is easiest for me to teach and how to keep it organized. I also have my toaster oven, so this is down in our laundry room, but it's where I store the Pysanky teaching supplies. The basement is cool, but not freezing cold, and we do live in central Illinois. My dies, if I'm going to be teaching, I will take those upstairs like a day or two before so that they warm up a little bit before we teach the class. So I will take these supplies and then also eggs and a few other things, and I'll load them up in my car and take them to wherever I'm teaching. The way I have it organized, I can set up a room, including setting up electricity, usually within an hour, depending on how much I might have to rearrange the room. But I usually allow myself an hour for teaching between 15 and 20 people to set up a room. So let me show you now how I set up a room when I teach a big class. I teach at St. Michael's and All Angels Anglican Church in Peoria. And so let's see what that setup looks like. So this is my setup when I teach at St. Michael's and All Angels Church in Peoria, Illinois. So I have a separate table here that is just for the dies, and you can see I kind of removed all the chairs around it so that there's plenty of room to walk around. And I have the paper towels there and the spoons. And then over here, I have this these two tables are set up for people to sit and do eggs. And if I need to, I have another table over here. But tonight, this table has some beautiful eggs that Trish brought that she has available for us if anyone wants to buy some of those. They are gorgeous. And so what you want to consider is, if you need electricity, you want your tables kind of close to the electricity. So we have, that's how these tables are positioned, and then I have the cords taped down. So we have those two tables, they have electricity. We kind of set it up, I set it up like this for everybody. Some people use electricity, some people use candles. So I give people the option here. And then the other nice thing about doing it here is the kitchen. So we have a sink, and I have my stuff here to clean. Well, okay, there's a dish towel on top of it, but I have my little container stuff that I carry with me. And then there's a nice sink here, and I have my little egg trampoline for washing eggs. And then there's also a freezer here if we need if we have a leaky egg, we can do the freezer method. So this is really one of the more ideal setups. You can see back here in the room, I try to have plenty of room in between the tables for people to be able to move around and work. One of the challenges, especially when you're dealing with a round table, is to be careful not to bump the legs, which right before I started this video, I was sitting over here and bumped the table, bumped the leg, and My table mates were very gracious and didn't yell at me, but I was sorry I did that, but nobody was doing wax, so no egg catastrophes yet. Anyway, so this is a setup. This is a great way to do it if you have the ability to have a room like this. In the video at the church, you saw a table setup. So I want to go over what I give every student when they sit down at their spot at the table. And just bear with me, the lighting in here is not good. This is not where I normally do Pysanky. This is in my dining room, which was the best place I had to set this up. And it's a gray day outside, but I think you can still see everything okay. So this is what I do. I obviously have the table covering down. And then there is this, which is a shelf liner. So it gives a little cushion. This is a sheet of wax paper, and then this is tissue paper. So if wax or dye get on the tissue paper, the wax paper keeps it from seeping through onto this and on, you know, just in case your tablecloth has a leak, it just helps keep everything contained. This is what has worked best for me. I will reuse the wax paper and this. I keep those, the tissue paper, if there's wax or dye on it, I do throw it away between classes. So everyone gets a tape measure, okay, a pencil, just a regular pencil, a mechanical pencil, a template, and I like the 1 5/8. That seems to work best for the chicken egg. They get a little piece of the black paper, which you have to put it on a hard surface and use it to mark the top of your egg if people want to do that. Everybody gets one of these, which is to hold your egg so it doesn't roll off the table. I tell people, you know, if your egg rolls off the table, the floor will win. So keep it in something when you get up. And then I like to use tea lights when I teach, and you don't have to have a candle holder for it. You can just use the tea light. I like the tea lights because there's less chance of them being accidentally knocked over. You can rest your kiska on it. Pretend this is a kiska. You can rest that on there. The downside of using these tea lights is, you know, they're very, very inexpensive. And so you can light them and relight them maybe once or twice, and then you kind of have to get a new tea light. They won't, the wick gets down there. But this is what I give everyone. And then there's also a thing like this in the middle of the table where the power strip is, but then I also have cleaning wires, some matches, if I might have the little lighter thing. That'll also be in the middle of the table in one of these, and those are like share things. There's not one for everybody because they don't all need it at the same time. You could actually share your templates because not everybody needs one at the same time. You don't use it that much in the process. So over the years, I've just acquired it. So everybody gets one. And the egg. The other thing that I will give everyone is one of these, which is a varnish cup. That's what I call it. And you use this. You have to have blown out eggs. Oops. The egg, you varnish the egg, you put it in there, and then you put the lid on it, and you can take it home because the varnish isn't dry yet. This will let you take it home. You can put it in your cup holder. And then when you get home, you do want to take the lid off so that air can get around it. And usually, you know, by the next day, it's dry. And I'm going to show you how I make these in my next video. This is my table setup, what I look for when I'm ideal setups for teaching classes. You know, you might not always have everything, a water freezer. You might not have that. You don't have to have it. It's great if you do, but you can teach without it. And then how I organize my supplies. I'm obviously teaching a larger number of people. You probably won't need, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 different tablecloths if you're only going to use 1 or 2 tables. Definitely put the tablecloth under your dies And I would highly recommend the puppy pads under the dies also, just to help control leakage onto the table that may or may not be yours. But anyway, that's what I would recommend. So I hope this is another help in getting you started on teaching. And like I said, we'll do the varnish cups in the next video. So thank you very much for watching.